This is our time, the main news at this hour. I'm Andre Stenitsin. Hello. 3 people were killed in an attack by the Russian Terrorist Federation on Odessa. Another 16 people were injured. Doctors described their condition as serious. The target of the Russian attack was civilian infrastructure. There's widespread destruction in the city and damage to homes in the private sector. Energy facilities were also hit. A day of mourning was declared in Odessa today. More details are coming up ahead in our report, so stay tuned.
This is what the house hit by the Russian army looks like. There's a huge hole in its facade. This is exactly where the Russian drone hit. The bodies of 2 women and a 2-year-old child were found under the rubble. Daniil is their neighbor. His apartment is further from the epicenter of the strike. He was at home at the time of the attack.
When the second shot hit could be heard as it was flying in, it cut its engine. We quickly jumped up and moved to the load-bearing walls. And at that moment, literally 5 seconds, and it just exploded. Windows blew out, dust, you couldn't see anything.
After the attack, Daniel immediately rushed to help his neighbors.
I carried out a girl, for example. She had a broken leg. Something was wrong with her leg. I mean, her whole leg was blue. I was carrying her, so she stayed in the basement until it was quiet. When the ambulance came, we took her out right away and did what we should.
The Russian attack began around 2:30 in the morning. Russian Shahed-type attack drones entered the city en masse and in several waves. First, there were 20 of them, then another 10 were added. The drone's route was chaotic, so there's a lot of damage in the city. About 20 private houses were damaged in 2 districts of the city at once.
Numerous fires broke out in the residential sector. Private homes, a dormitory, a private kindergarten, and administrative buildings were damaged. Despite constant alarm signals, all fires were extinguished.
Energy facilities were also hit, causing partial power outages in 3 districts of the city. The Russian army has unleashed real terror on the residents of Odessa and the region. Attacks have become daily and around the clock. During the day, air raid sirens stopped the work of government offices, banks, schools, kindergartens, and medical facilities, while at night, Russian attacks destroy civilian infrastructure. Ksenia Satinskaya, Zarab Dadalari from Odessa for Freedom TV channel.
Kherson was also under fire from the barbaric Russian army. As a result of the attack, a woman was killed and 3 more people were injured. This is reported by the city authorities. Last night, the army of the Russian Terrorist Federation also attacked the Donetsk region. 1 person died there. This was reported by the head of the regional military administration, the Dim Falashkin. Damaged were 41 private houses, 4 multi-story residential buildings, and 3 administrative buildings. And in the Chernihiv region, the Russian occupation army purposefully continues to strike civilian targets. Occupation forces attacked the border town of Semenivka with FPV drones. A local school building was damaged. Also this morning, 2 people were injured there as a result of a Russian drone attack. Russia has once again attacked Ukraine's energy facilities. Due to the shelling, some consumers in the Odessa, Sumy, Kharkiv, Kherson, and Chernihiv regions are currently without power. This was reported by the Ministry of Energy of Ukraine. The situation in the Chernihiv region remains the most difficult at this time. Over 300,000 subscribers were left without power there. Energy workers are now working in an intensified mode to restore power to all consumers as soon as possible. Repair work was complicated by the constant threat of repeated shelling. In total, last night, the Russian Terrorist Federation launched 141 attack drones. This happened from 7 directions. 80 of them were Shaheds. Air Defense Forces managed to shoot down 114 aerial targets. Hits were recorded at 17 locations, and drone debris fell at another 13. We need to further strengthen the air defense system. This is how Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky reacted to the night attack by the Russian terrorist army on Odessa and strikes on energy. The president emphasized that Russia does not intend to stop its barbaric strikes.
Now, all partners need to jointly strengthen airspace protection so that the percentage of downed drones and missiles becomes higher each time. This is the daily work of everyone, not just Ukraine. After all, by supplying us with equipment and providing support, partners help themselves through their joint work. Russia is not going to stop. Volodymyr Zelensky, president of Ukraine, on Telegram.
Estonian Foreign Minister Margus Tsahkna called for stronger sanctions against Russia. This was his reaction to the Russian army's night shelling of Odessa. According to him, as long as Russian oil and gas receive funding, this terror will continue.
Words of deep concern alone are not enough. As long as Russian oil and gas receive funding, this terror continues. By not introducing new sanctions packages, we give Russia the opportunity to continue killing children. Silence and indifference cost human lives. Margus Tsahkna, Minister of Foreign Affairs of Estonia, on the social network X.
Serbia has refuted fakes about a Ukrainian trace in the case of explosives near the Turk Stream gas pipeline. This was stated by the director of the Serbian Military Security Agency, Jura Ivanovic. He emphasized that after the explosives were found, a wave of disinformation was recorded. Earlier, the Foreign Ministry denied Ukraine's involvement in the incident with explosives found near the Turk Stream pipeline in Serbia. This was reported by the department spokesperson, Georgi Taiki, on the social network X.
We categorically reject attempts to falsely link Ukraine to the incident involving the discovery of explosives near the Turk Stream pipeline in Serbia. Ukraine has nothing to do with this. Most likely, this is a Russian false flag operation as part of Moscow's active interference in the elections in Hungary. Georgi Taiki, spokesperson for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Ukraine, on the social network X.
Iran has launched strikes on central Israel. In a residential area of Petah Tikva, destruction of civilian infrastructure has been recorded. There are casualties.
Damage to buildings, infrastructure, and cars has been recorded in various places, such as the spot right behind us. In most places, there are no casualties. There is one place where a civilian actually followed instructions. She got out of the car and lay down on the side of the road, but unfortunately she was hit by shrapnel. She sustained moderate injuries and was evacuated to the hospital for medical assistance. Since the very beginning of the war, we've already gotten used to this. Every time the siren sounds, we take cover in shelters, we go down to the basement. This time, we realized that the explosion happened near us. It was literally right under our feet. When we went out to see what happened, we realized that it was indeed right here.
Subscribe to UATV English and stay updated on the most important events, top news from Ukraine and all over the world, in-depth analysis, exclusive reports and interviews, all on hand in our channel. Join our community of viewers and stay tuned.